YouTube, what it do? No limit gang. It's your boy, Big Concho, back here with another video. And today I'm gonna be doing my NFL top 10 QB videos. I might catch a little slack for this because there's a couple guys on here that I'm higher on than other people might be. But it's my list, so like, comment, subscribe. That's what it's for. At one, I don't think this is a hot take. I got Josh Allen. To me, he's the best quarterback in the game. He can do it from the pocket. He's mobile, got a lightning arm, can make all the throws. He does turn the ball over a little bit more than you want, but I don't think that's an issue. It really hasn't been an issue in the postseason, other than this last postseason that we've seen. He had 4 turnovers, and ultimately that was the reason they didn't win against the Denver Broncos. So, but other than that, Josh Allen, he's a machine. He's 6'5", 6'6", whatever. 250, built like a machine. He's the best quarterback in the game, in my opinion. And at two, I got Matty Stafford. Matt Stafford, he's coming off of what? Reigning MVP, coming off of 4,700 yards, 48 touchdowns, 8 INTs, 65% completion percentage. So that's incredible. I ain't gonna lie. He's one of the older QBs still doing it, and he's not very mobile. He's not going to give you anything with his legs, but he's just a absolute just technician from the pocket. He could throw darts everywhere, deep ball, intermediate, every angle, doesn't matter. He can make all the throws. I got Matthew Stafford at two, and at three, he's coming off an injury plague season, so you could say, oh, it's a little bit too high, but to me, you can have him at one if you want. But to me, the last couple seasons, he hasn't been he hasn't been what he came into the league at, and that's Patrick Mahomes. For me, he's at number three. That's Patrick Mahomes. He's coming off of, like I said, he was hurt, so his stats might be they're not gaudy. 3,500 yards, 22 touchdowns, 11 INTs, 422 rushing yards, only 5 rushing touchdowns. Like I said, he missed a chunk of the season, so take that what you may. He's still one of the best quarterbacks in the game. Is the the reason I don't have him as high is because that deep ball hasn't been what it was when he came into the league, and there's a couple QBs I would take over him, honestly. At four, this might be a little high, but to me, this my guy, and that's Lamar Trust Jackson. He was also hurt last season, so his numbers aren't going to be as gaudy as what they were in the past. But this is a MVP we talking about, bro. Like, the slander got to stop with Lamar. I'm here to defend Lamar. You're my guy. 2,500 yards, 21 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 64% complete percentage, only 340 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, and that was the big concern for me, which I think he's gonna bounce back in that department. Is the rushing. He kind of looked human last season. He was letting people chase him down. He didn't have that same escapability he showed in years past, but I'm expecting a big bounce back year from Lamar Jackson. At five, I got Joe Burrow. This is another guy. He could arguably be in my top three, but his your best ability is availability. Availability, and he hasn't been on the field. He hasn't been able to finish seasons. What, three of the past 4 seasons? So that knocked him down a little bit for me. He's coming off of only 1,800 yards, 17 touchdowns, 5 INTs, 67% completion percentage, and he got hurt again last season. So that's why he's coming in at five and not in my top three, like maybe some of y'all lists would look like. At six, I got Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert catches a lot of flack because he doesn't have that playoff success. But as far as just a QB you would just build in a lab, that's Justin Herbert. 6'5", 230, rocket arm, mobility, has good hair. Like, quality. 3,700 yards, 26 touchdowns, 13 picks, 67% completion percentage, 498 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. And that doesn't tell the whole story because if y'all know, the Chargers O line is terrible. They have 32nd ranked offense or offensive line in the league. So he was basically throwing behind me and you, like Publix workers was blocking for him. So I cut Justin Herbert a lot of slack, and I'm expecting a huge year from Justin Herbert. They did bring in Mike McDaniel to be the OC. That's gonna help him out a lot. They're gonna be able to run the ball, and I just expect a big year out of Justin Herbert. He's gonna be six for me. Another one of my guys that I might catch flack for, but I don't care. He's a top 10 quarterback. And at seven, I got Jordan Love. It's my guy right here. It's my guy. 3,300 yards, 23 passing touchdowns, six INTs. He's not really going to give you nothing rushing. He can extend some plays, but he wants to do everything from the pocket. It's my guy. He's good at anticipation. And the narrative around Jordan Love is that he's a playoff choker, blah blah blah. If you look at it, he outplayed Caleb Williams in that playoff game. He had 300 plus yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He can't control his defense not being able to get off the field. He can't control his kicker missing multiple kicks. He can't control his team not being able to recover an outside kick. That's not on Jordan Love. Okay? So the Jordan Love slander, I'm here to cancel all that. Comment. And at eight, I got my king, Drake May. He could be high on this list, but I'm gonna let him do it this year again, and he'll be in my top five going forward. But I had to cut some slack to the other guys that have been doing it longer. Coming off a monster season, 4,300 yards, 31 touchdowns, only 8 picks, 450 rushing, 4 touchdowns. So was in the Super Bowl. So it's coming off of that. It's only second year in the league, third year in the league. I expect I expect even more progression from Drake May because they brought in AJ Brown. It's the number one receiver, 1,200 yards, book it. So I expect Drake May to have another monster season, and he's going to be probably cracking my top five coming in the 2020 season. So 2027 season. And at nine, I got Jaden Daniels. I'm not gonna lie. I expect Jaden Daniels to bounce back. He was banged up this past season, and he missed a lot of games, and he didn't. The Commanders' season was basically in shambles from the beginning. But I'm expecting that Jaden Daniels rookie season that he had, where he was just basically walking down the league, throwing tight ropes down the sideline. He took just blitzed the Lions in the playoffs, got to the NFC Championship. We're talking about a rookie quarterback getting to the NFC Championship in his first year starting. I'm expecting that Jaden Daniels. Okay, I know I might get slack for having Jaden Daniels in my top 10, but he's in my top 10. He 1,200 yards, 8 touchdowns, three INTs, 60% completion percentage, 278 rushing, which was a big downgrade because he had, I believe, over 800 yards rushing his rookie year, but he missed some time. So I'm expecting that number to only grow. And then to round out my top 10, it was difficult for me because I had about 3 4 guys that I wanted to put here, and ultimately I decided to go with Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott he's one of those quarterbacks. In the regular season, he's gonna put up great numbers. He's gonna look the part. He's gonna be a great leader. Blase, blase. But come playoff time, I just cannot trust this guy. I just threw him on top 10 because the numbers are undeniable, and I'm not trying to be a hater. He's just a playoff choker. But I can read off these numbers right now. 4,500 yards, 30 touchdowns, 10 INTs. Like that's a great season. I believe they had a top three offense. He had CD. He had George Pickens on the outside, Javante. Dak is a great quarterback. I just don't trust him in the playoffs. That's the only thing. He's got to do it in the playoffs. My three honorable mentions: Caleb Williams, Jared Goff, and Baker Mayfield. And yeah, that's my top 10 video. I just want to thank God for letting me make this video. I'm out. No Limit Gang.